Tonight, some stakeholders in the import and export industry have described Ghana's skyrocketing arbitrary shipping charges as a state of emergency. The Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, GIF, and the Ghana Union of Traders Association and other business bodies say the country will find itself in a crisis if government does not intervene. At a media briefing in Tema, President of GIF, Edward Akrong, itemized some areas that add to the cost of doing business in the country that already rely heavily on imports. Correspondent Kwame Yanka has more.
For these stakeholders, inappropriate fees and charges borne by importers, additional charges for use of online payments, coded invoices, among others, frustrate port business. According to Edward Akron, administrative fees, day count charges for container-free days, exchange rate differentials, container deposits, and blacklisting of agents result in high cost of business transaction. Backing his argument, Mr. Akron says Section 44(5) of the Interpretation Act 2009, Act 792 settles the confusion on how days should be counted with respect to container-free days. Although actions of shipping lines contradict the law, Ghana Shippers Authority looks on helplessly. Touching on this, Edward Akron highlights some challenges impeding port business.
What can be the justification for a shipping line agent to begin counting free days for the trader when the box is not at the disposal of the trader's agent? For the shipping lines to intentionally begin the count, sometimes when vessels are at anchorage, when vessels have not fully discharged their cargo, count all God-given days with no recourse to the legal application smacks of every other thing but fairness. It should be noted that the shipping lines do not work on weekends, thus truncating the clearance process, although our ports are operating 24/7.
On his part, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obin, says businesses are losing their capital daily due to these charges. A trader was to pay $15,000 as freight charges for 40-footer container on Tuesday, but this has shot up to $20,000 by Wednesday.
There are a whole lot of illegal charges that is going on the part of the shipping lines, and we think that is a rip-off and it's even an affront for the Ghanaian shipping community. We have a contract with these shipping lines. We pay freight charges. Embedded in these freight charges are the operational cost. If they have not factored these operational costs, what we are telling government is that they should let them factor all operational costs, and then we pay this offshore before even our goods come. Because in the case where they give a continuum piling up all manner of charges, which is not legitimate, is not to be tolerated any longer.
For the business community, any additional charges incurred are passed on to the final consumer, hence raising the cost of living. Kwame Yanke's report for Joy Business.